always hidden right. Funded profits rising bright. Building strength in every night. Follow flow, ignore the noise. Structured moves, intentional choice. Let the chart reveal the way. Big trades growing day by day. Big trades growing day by day. Institutional rhythm moves slow. Liquidity tells where price will go. Building accounts with patient play.
Morning. Hope everyone is doing good. So I am basically trading on two evaluations from Tradify and currently shorting three mini contracts. Got a little late today to get live. Look like Looks like it is going to sweep the highs first on NQ. The reason I rushed into this short is the fact that the yesterday's highs were already taken. So taking one of my contracts off at the 0.25 of the opening range gap. I am targeting $1,000 on these accounts today. It might not show the profit target on my account that I'm playing. At the top, I've got one field evaluation there. All right, looks nice now. Dips inside this opening range gap. All right, good drop there. 867 is the upper quadrant of the opening range gap, and I'm taking first partial here. Here, Deal, we just started, bro. So The reason for the short is the opening range gap logic, same as most of the time for the opening range. We are taking everything off before that, taking everything off around that low. That should be enough, to be honest. So the reason is that ES had already, well, NQ had already, both of them had already taken the yesterday's high on both the on both the indexes. So I was expecting it to drop lower. We have got this small fair value gap. This will be read as the first presented fair value gap, and I'm expecting prices to run lower after trading inside it, which it has. So first partial has been filled there. Let's see how much did we make. Just $70, which is all right because now we are trading on the evaluation and I am targeting not to blow this evaluation and start following my risk management rules. Yeah. तो क्या समझे अदील भाई ओपनिंग रेंज कैप मॉडल पता है ना जो मैं बताता रहा हूँ ओपनिंग रेंज कैप मॉडल आपका आता है रेगुलर ट्रेडिंग क्लोजिंग प्राइस से और 9:30 बजे की जो ओपनिंग प्राइस होती है उसमें जो डिफरेंस होता है It looks like that ES is going to find some sort of support around the upper quadrant, while NQ might make lower lows towards the consequent encroachment of the gap. All right, making lower low on NQ, that is good. Looks like they are going to run it lower now, at least take these lows. Really nice reaction up till now from this first presented fair value gap. We have not got any first presented fair value gap on ES yet. ES is trying to find some support from this fair value gap that were earlier from the open. I'm not liking this reaction, to be honest. Should retest from the 9:30 open price and react. Oh, I am marking it wrong actually. This should be the opening range gap. What is even wrong with me? And then we will look. and the consequent encroachment is 779.75. So you will book fully here. So the upper quadrant just got retested almost. Uh, I was initially wrong marking out this opening range gap. Opening range gap is the 9:30 open price and 4:14 p.m. closing price difference. Really nice close on this candle. Last candle. Traded inside this first presented fair value gap again and managed to close bearishly, which is the direction that we are betting towards. We are 8 minutes away from 9:50 macro. On 5 minute as well, it is created the SIBI and filled it beautifully bearishly, and now continuing to run lower. क्या समझे दिल भाई, खामोश क्यों हो? This is how the 15-minute looks, currently supporting this BC. Alright, ES is making lower lows, about to retest the upper quadrant. Alright, NQ trying to trade higher again. That's not what I like, especially after seeing ES find some level of support around this 1 minute BC and this upper lower quadrant. So now trading above this fair value gap, using it to run the prices higher. Retesting the 9:30 open price, that is our last chance for this trade to play out in our favor. Looks like we will be stopped out here. But I'm going to stick with my trade and bias. All right. Unfortunate, to be honest. I thought it never stopped me there. Okay, let's see now as well because overnight highs have been disturbed. So if they want to continue running lower, they can use this fair value gap again. Now let's see how this reacts in this small BC. I want it to be used to bearish inversion. I'm going again. Ah, no, 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 no. So in the last trade, I had a loss of $90, which is fine because my usual risk is around $200. This is how the daily chart looks like. Maybe we can be offside and it can continue bullishly. So now we are inside the first presented fair value gap again, which I'm expecting to be used as a bearish busy. Risking 200 here. Two minutes away from macro. Still looking pretty bullish. ES looks like catching up on NQ on the upper end. Maybe because of the fact that RD candle looks like this. Daily, I mean, we should not be looking for mm, lows maybe because seems to be really bullish. But we have got all this 4-hour inefficiency as well. So let's just wait for more data and let's see if they work. This is how the hourly looks on ES and NQ. Got this inefficiency around the consequent encroachment area. Also got this breaker. So should be trading below how I read the market, at least during the morning session. Right, getting slapped now. and that can be taken as SMT divergence, I believe, because ES never took the overnight highs. Oh my God, why is it lagging so much? Alright, ES is about to make lower low for the session, which it did. So 903 first partial, I am taking after 103 points, which is a huge target to be honest. We'll be booking $200 just by one micro there. कहाँ हो आदिल भाई, क्या बोल रहे हो, क्यों नहीं बोल रहे कुछ? क्या हो गया, सब खैरियत है? आप हो गई निशान। Made another inefficiency here. If it allows me, I would like to add one more here. NQ's bodies are respecting the upper quadrant up till now. It got filled there, I suppose. We are 6 minutes away from 10 o'clock open. Now risking around $300 here. Doing a little extra there, trading and closing above the first presented fair value gap. This is the first presented fair value gap on ES. up till now looking really bullish, but I think it's just the manipulation. It should at least take these lows on London session, I believe, to provide some discount as well as to trap retail short, even if they want to run it high, because they have been running it high. But if they stop us out from here, I will stay offside for a little while and try to see what they are actually trying to do here rather than rushing into trades. So I'm expecting it to now speed up towards the downside and does not show us any support in these BCs. But it can do the same thing that it did yesterday towards the upper end, that it uh, filled only the opening range gap up to the first quadrant and then it went into the direction where it was trading for the rest of the day. We are 3 minutes away from 10 o'clock open. I do not want it to sweep the highs at 10 o'clock on NQ because it has already swept the overnight highs. Okay, 2 minutes away from 10 o'clock open. One minute away from 10 o'clock open. I think ES has still got chances to sweep the highs and Q should drop lower. Alright, 10 o'clock opens. We need to see if it wants to provide us any like sweep of this morning range and then start sweeping prices higher. is finding some support from the first presented fair value gap, looking bullish. Let's look at how 15-minute looks like. First two 15-minute candles dropped lower, but manages to find some support. I think it should take this low on ES and this low on NQ. We took initially 3 contracts long, took one off, then got stopped out on 2 at the sweep of overnight highs. Then we have entered again, expecting it to continue dropping lower. Five minutes left in this macro. Now let's see if they want to run prices higher after sweeping this morning range. No. Retested the lower quadrant, upper quadrant, sorry, on ES. And seems to be showing strength. Right. And you're about to take morning range sell side. I do not want it to start acting bullishly after doing that. I want it to continue at least until the consequent encroachment. Alright, ES is about to take the low as well there. NQ has already done that. I do not want to suffocate my stop loss here. I just want to keep it where it is for now, at least until I've received my first partial. Remember that ES not taking the overnight highs there during the morning range, and NQ doing that. I am taking it as bearish SMT divergence to support this short trade. Not liking it too much. I think just doing extra there. So 5 minute looks like. He is showing strength, did not even take the morning sell side. Should we be reading it as bullish SMT divergence? While NQ did take the morning sell side. This was the reason I did not want to suffocate my stop loss, so I'll just stick with my risk here. This is how the 5 minute looks on ES. Getting slapped from the high of the first presented fair value gap. ES is bouncing off from the upper quadrant and using this volume imbalance there. Indicating strength there. Not liking it too much, to be honest. Okay, we still stick with it. Nvidia is making higher highs since the open. Maybe that is why NQ is finding it hard to trade higher, trade lower, I mean. Let's stick with it, man. By 10 o'clock, we had our new 4-hour candle opens. This is how the 4-hour is looking like. So I'm expecting it to drop inside this inefficiency, at least use the consequent encroachment there. And that is why we are short. Similar scenario on ES as well. It can continue to sweep and clear all of this buy side as well, but I am expecting it to drop lower initially and then use rest of the day to trade higher. But if it is really bullish, it can just, continue running higher from there. ES never took the morning sell side, although NQ has done that. NQ did not even make to the first presented fair value gap there. But Nvidia, ES, and all the other stocks are looking strong. But I'll still stick with my trade. If it stops me out, as mentioned earlier, I'll wait for more information and stay offside for a little while until it is really clear for me what they are trying to do. ES retested the new day opening gap from 14th of January there, while NQ is retesting the new week opening gaps from the 29th of December, like the first new week opening gap of this year. ES is looking really strong, to be honest. It's not going to make me flip bullish. I'll just stick to my trade. Either stop me out or give me my partials. And initially, I mentioned that because ES has not taken the overnight highs, it can act a little bullish after 10 o'clock. While NQ, I'm not expecting that on NQ because NQ has already taken the overnight highs during the morning range. Good reaction on NQ after retesting the first presented fair value gap again there. If it shows us any weakness after taking the highs, I might add 2 more contracts here. All right, ES took the high. Adding 2 more. Yep, that is what it was waiting for, I think. Should really speed up towards the lower end. Yes, back inside the first presented trailing gap, should use it to slide prices lower with speed. We are 4 minutes away from 10:30. Risking around $550 now on this, but after the confirmation. So it will actually be, if I lose there, it will actually be 3 straight losses for me because I consider $200 one risk element there, and I think I'll be down $600 if I get stopped out there for the day. And that will ask me to close this session, unfortunately, if you get stopped out here. But I'm pretty confident on this trade now, seeing this reaction, sell off after ES took the highs. Nvidia is taking a hit as well. Not really a fan of that move, knowing that it is coming right from the midpoint of the ES after it has taken the overnight highs. And you got this inefficiency, which was filled earlier, but being referred again there. Do not want it to invert it bullishly. Liking this, especially knowing that it is coming off of this BC and the CB, which has already been referred. Do not like that close. That is not making any sense to me, to be honest. Other than the fact that it just wants to rally higher and continue rallying higher. So if it does, it just use the upper quadrant on both the indexes. It did similar yesterday as well. Looks like NQ is going to sweep the highs as well now. Record the 9:30 open price there. That should be our last chance if we are on site. Referring the 930 price again there, but it is looking really strong to be honest. Let's look at 4 hour. 1 hour. Yes, I'm short, bro. So I entered a short really early on during the session. I entered 3 shorts just when the market opened because the overnight highs were swept already. So I ended up booking one partial there and got stopped out on two, then entered another two, and then added one more, added another two there. So up till then, the trade was looking really nice. Up till then, that is why I added two. But uh, because I expected ES to continue lower after it took that high, but it dropped and then it continued higher from the first presented fair value gap. So maybe we are offside, but I'm only going to be sticking to this bias. If I'm stopped out here, I will just end up closing my day here. We are 10 minutes away from 1050 macro. We'll start booking my profits from these lows. if it allows me, obviously. Yes, is getting slapped and currently in this week's new week opening gap. This can be read as silver bullet fair value cap, I suppose, which it was initially used to run prices higher, but this time I believe it should be used as bearish inversion without spending much time in there because as it has been used previously as well. Hey Rashik bhai, how you doing, bro? Yeah, very, very long time. Thank you for joining again. I've been good. Just trading two evaluations with Tradify, 50K select, day one on them. Initially took $90 loss on them. Went three short there at the open, took one partial, stopped out on two, then entered two, added one more, added two more. Markets, just like we talked about, Rashik, we expected it to be a little choppy and leaving money on the table and all those sort of profile. So yeah, best way to move on is by skipping. Yeah, man. But because it's evaluation, I think this should play out now at least. But this is what I've been noticing like since the new year. It just goes to my target and just stops there. What are you doing these days? Day before yesterday, we had a really good live stream session here. Even yesterday's was very good. I have a few friends who are learning trading just from basics, so having really fun with them. Yeah, man, true. I really like your emotional control, bro, to be honest. I really admire that. All right, got filled there on my first partial. Now let's see. ES is about to make lower low as well for this morning session. So that was the silver bullet on ES. Used really nicely. I'm expecting it to continue lower. That will allow NQ to trade lower as well. Nvidia is trading lower as well. 9:45. So is this the first presented fair value gap? Are you not reading the first presented fair value gap from here? Not really entry models, but now I'm trying to hold on to my trades much longer, rather than scalping really quickly. Because I am not thinking that I am going to be doing the live drawdown accounts anymore for a little while at least. So yeah, that is the plan. I'll be sticking to my trades. I have been sticking to my trades much longer. Like previously, my average trade time would be between 15 minutes to 45 minutes, and now it is between an hour to 1.5 hour, which is fine because we usually trade a session. So that is what has changed in my trading, I believe, in the last 3 to 4 months. But the focus for this year, like moving on, is to first, get a really good grip on my risk management because I think that is the only thing holding me back now for enormous, profitability. Thanks, man. Hope you are doing well in your personal life. Really nice to see you here. Thank you for being here. I've also started speaking more in Hindi because I think that there is too much misinformation towards that section of the industry. ES made lower low for the morning, took sell side there and acting aggressive. The other thing is that I do not execute on my annotation charts anymore. If you remember those annotation charts, although I am looking at them most of the time. Oh, thanks for watching it. Hope I didn't make any mistake, and it will be good to have someone who knows a little about ICT as well, because these guys know nothing. So sometimes when I am, having a little slip of tongue or anything like that, someone can correct me. But that's the reason I asked them to share their notes and seem to be pretty correct. So I'm currently trading Tradify 50K select accounts because if you know, they have got the daily payout rule now. I think daily payout rule is the best thing any prop firm can do for its traders. I am thinking of taking one more off here. So, yeah, Tradify, bro. That's my go-to firm right now. I've got two evaluations right now. Will scale up fully with them with 5 accounts. Then obviously the next would be the My Funded Futures if they have still got the daily. But the problem with them is they have got the live drawdown in the funded of the daily program daily payout program. I do not like that. If that's the case, then I'll just add the funded next rapid accounts because those allow you to take the payout in minimum 3 days, 40% consistency. So I will do that. Got filled there with another one. MF, I think MFF fund rapid. If you can tell me a few things about that. What I'm basically targeting is to have a firm for daily payouts, have a firm for 3 days payout, then 5 days payout, and 10 days payout, and scale it really slowly because last year, what you know, My main problem was as soon as I got to scale my accounts with another firm, I will blow all of them. So will not try to make such mistakes. Also will not try to trade all of the accounts at the same time. And I've got two firms or three firms running. That's clean trade, bro. But if you were watching this stream, people, do not really like waiting, as you know. But I'm not really concerned about those people because I don't think those people are hardly profitable. You need to stick to your bias and everything. I went in early, should have waited for the overnight sweep. Will it use this first presented fair value gap? But yeah, I'm pretty happy. Yeah, but is it not the starter program where they have allowed the daily payouts? But I can recall something like Rapid where they opened it for a week and now they have discontinued it. In the starter plan or scale plan, whatever that is for the daily payout right now with my funded futures, I think that the it has a live threshold drawdown on the funded account. So, what I've also found useful, Rashik, I don't know if I've shared with you, is if you use these two key points, 252.25 and 779.75. So, if it wants to, trade higher and you see that it has hit any key level, you can also divide it into eighths and into twelves to get more precision. Yeah, bro, and I wouldn't recommend anyone to be using the life threshold. Yes, some people are really good with it, but anyone who is trying trading like and is new to trading, that is not what I would recommend. Then you cannot allow your trades like give them room to play out. So we have booked around $380 here in profit, and we still have $200 of risk on. I'll try to reduce the risk here now. So now we are risking around $100 there. If we get stopped out, we will be around $250 in profit for the day. But I think we should be on side. It is just going to retrace into this inefficiency and continue lower towards the consequent encroachment. And I'm not trading London anymore because of my schedule mainly. Just going to focus on the New York session. All right. Uh, ES is looking a bit strong. Let's look at what the other stocks are doing. Retracing into this down run, so we should be fine, I think. These days, markets have been like that, what I've noticed, and whenever It is trading smoothly. It is usually either an Asian session or overnight session, like when I'm looking at the charts in hindsight. It is what it is, like we cannot change our times of executions. But up till now, it has been playing out well, was just a bit sideways. We had 8:30 news driver as well. That is the low of the 8:30 news driver, which was taken there. Yeah. So ES just took the news driver low and have been acting really bullish since then. So I think it can continue running higher. Let's see. I am, but if you see, if I show it right now, at the top, I've only got one account there, and that account is actually the failed evaluation. Uh, that is my PNL for today. Should have marked the news low on ES and NQ both. So I would rather make it a little more tight. $11 new hourly candle opens. All right, closed it bullishly on both NQ and ES. Did no, oh, I'll pin it this much, or at least this high, man. I don't want to enter again. So yeah, stop me out there. Retested the new day opening gap from 14th of January there. This is what I'm talking about. Shit, man. Sorry, just give me 1 second. I ended up closing my stream chat. Yep, Rashik, if you are still there, can you drop something on the chat just to make sure if things are working fine? Alright, looks like we will be stopped out here. Uh, Thank you for that. What do you think? Did you short from the retest of the first present probability there? Because of risk management, bro. You cannot be executing on NQ with these prop firms. ES just made equal highs there for the morning session. Yeah, that's smart. So when you plan your trade, do you already place your limit order or do you wait for it to come and see the reaction there and then market execute? Use 930 open price there beautifully. ES is retesting this BC to continue the run higher. That's nice. That's nice. Because usually what happens with me with limit orders is that even if it is going against, like if I had placed my limit order, I would have had a really hard time removing it. Although I know it is going against me, that is why I feel really awkward using limit orders. I think you were right, boss. Why did you expect that? Because of the one-sided run throughout the overnight session or some other reason? Like to increase a little as it is an evaluation. So increased $100 risk there. Although I think it has done the sell side damage, but you never know. It can only be to chop us out and continue dropping lower. Hmm. That's nice analysis, bro. True. And that is why I broke this quadrant into further quadrants and booked my partials there. Do share your, findings and study if you are comfortable with it. That will be really helpful for everyone over the Discord or If you are just comfortable sharing it with me, that will be great as well. We tested the first present of fair value gap and acting bullish. Thanks, man. Also, the other reason for executing on MNQ is to be booking partials and not leaving money on the table. I believe that being ICT traders, sometimes we are more focused on being right, which is not healthy for our business. So rather than being right, just keep booking the profits that it is providing you at every equity high wherever possible. ES is using the new week opening gap high from this week here. How do you manage your annotations, Rashid? Do you execute on the same chart? ES taking a hit as well. Very quick recovery there. Don't like it. Knowing that ES is coming off the new week opening gap high. and you got the 29 December new week opening gap high here. So that's why I'm moving my partial there. Alright, ES is back at the new week opening gap high. Again, showing some discount sensitivity. We are 15 minutes away from lunch session open, 11:30. I'll actually like to book the two I added. It will also move my entry a little higher, I believe. Right, ES is dipping inside the new week opening gap now, but finding it really hard. Close bullishly on 1 minute. Yeah. NQ is now trading above the new day opening gap from today. Yes, made equal highs for the morning session there. Risking $180 here, where I have booked around 360, so will be around 180 and close off my day. Eight minutes away from 11:30. ES made higher high for the morning session. Right, got stopped out. So we'll just review our session here and then close the day off. Initially went short knowing that yesterday's highs were already taken during the overnight session, expecting this fair value gap to be bearishly inverted, which it was. I could only book one partial there, got stopped out on two, entered another two contracts, entered another one, another two, so booked three here, added another two there, and got stopped out there. So the price action was really choppy. I would consider it a really good day dip, based on this, because I literally saved my ass. Days like these used to chop me out, and I would break all my rules, which I did not. And that is all you can do. Follow your rules based on, like, focused on survival, and you will be profitable. So I will be seeing you guys tomorrow. So until then, take care, trade safe, and yeah, thank you for being here. If you liked anything or found any value in this, please give it a like. Subscribe the channel. You can also join the free Discord. It is mainly focused on education and better learning. Until next time, I'll be live tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, take care.